Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode of Prod.cast, Ultraman Trigger Reactions. My name is Basil,
I'm Hendrik.
And I'm SK.
and this is us reacting to Ultraman Trigger Episode 3 again, actually, because the first time we recorded, we had some technical issues with the footage. So, this might not be the first time that we are reacting to the episode. Unfortunately, the original footage was lost, but we'll still be doing it anyway because we want to keep the record going. And hopefully there are no cock-ups this time. So going into episode 3, if you guys can remember, what were your initial thoughts before we watched the episode? And try to avoid spoilers lah before we see it again.
Okay, I'll go first. So I'm gonna combine a bit of my thoughts on our first recording and after watching it. So we last came off of watching episode 1 and 2, right? And my biggest complaints for episode 1 was the pacing was not very good, but episode 2 got better. So back then I did say that I hope episode 3's pacing is better, and we already watched it, and yes, it is better. So that's one good thing that we can look forward to. I mean, it's hard to kind of share my thoughts now without giving any spoilers or anything like that. But it turns out that a lot of the things that we thought, like if Ignis was an interesting character or not, like would he be weird, would Akito be a weird character or not, I mean, all these were actually answered in episode 3, so I'm quite happy. Yeah, I kind of don't really know what to share now since we've already reacted to it.
I'm kind of happy that they actually answered a lot of the questions that we had. Like, first we wanted to know who Ignis was. We wanted to know more about the motivations of the Dark Giants, and we wanted to know more about the backstory. So a lot of these questions were actually answered and put us in a very good place going forward to episode 4. So SK, any thoughts before we start it again?
I think I would just say without spoilers, but again, I'm genuinely think that Akito will be a very interesting character that I personally hope that they will work on. Because I genuinely think that he has a lot to offer. Yeah, that's how I feel. So that was before when we watched the first time. I will not go into whether or not did those concerns being addressed in this current episode, but I would say that this show definitely is way better than the other 2 episodes before that. So it's something that I think if you are interested in, do bear with it, because the first 2 actually establish a lot of things which will also help for episode 3.
Last thing that I'd like to add on is this is, as Basil mentioned, our second time watching this episode. Most of the time when we react to the first 2 episodes or what, we will actually watch it again on our own time. So I guess what's in it for me today is to try and see if I caught anything that I missed the last time around, which you guys unfortunately are not able to see lah.
Yes. I think this time, on the second watch, we definitely might spot new things that we missed the first time around. So I think it's still worth a rewatch.
Definitely will want to be. I'll definitely also be interested.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Okay.
Take a shot every time SK says definitely.
Definitely. So I think I will also be able to spot something that I missed out, because again, that was only I did went for a rewatch after our first viewing. But I do think that I have missed out something.
Okay.
I have a feeling though.
So I guess let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into the episode, and before that, very nice shirt, Hendrik.
Cool, thank you.
Okay.
I specifically changed to this for the recording because I was wearing like some home shirt with like holes here.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ultraman Trigger episode 3, our second reactions.
That's good.
Let's go.
Just can't get used to that.
Yeah, well, thankfully that's the only time in the episode he said that.
Yeah.
それはルルイエ。僕が稼いで育てた新種なんだ。
すごいじゃん。どんな花が咲くの？
それが
Okay, I never realized that his iPad was glowing. It's glowing so brightly,
Yeah, yeah, man.
Like, is it even really visible to the eye? The last viewing, I asked you guys if we would ever get the MNT. I think now, after looking at it, I think likely I will. Like, if it's not above $100,
But the uniform is growing on me, man. But you know what's
It
one
is.
thing that is missing?
The colors are placed nicely.
Yeah, you know what's one thing that's missing?
What?
They should have the names behind.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I guess as a fan, if I were to get something like this, I wouldn't want the name behind also. That's for me lah.
No, as in usually they will sell the jackets. If let's say the jackets had a name, right, like the guts, the super guts and the sick jackets, they sold it without name.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean just for the show lah? That doesn't have a name is a waste of opportunity. Yeah.
Yes, right. I mean, if they're paying tribute to the older shows, then quite a waste lah.
Probably budget issue lah.
Really, I doubt so.
No lah, I doubt so lah. I think it's just something that they might have missed out on lah.
Well, he's really decked out in the
But
guts swag.
that Guts Select jacket is cool, man.
Yeah.
With the black logo.
The windbreaker.
Yeah.
He from head to toe is in gut select swag.
Oh my god, it's just no matter how many times I watch, he still acted like Moscow.
This line. If he has a pet chimpanzee or gorilla, even worse, man.
I just realized, did he just objectify her
Yeah,
Yeah, he just
he did.
and she agreed?
Yeah.
I see.
Japan's weird like that.
Yeah, and Akito just said the exact same thing.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they have this mural thingy already sets it apart from the old shows.
But it's a lazy way to explain stuff, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not lazy, but not original anymore.
Yeah.
This kind of mural thing where that tells a prophecy or a story has existed long ago. Even during Kuga, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. As
Right,
long
right.
as anything to do with mystical, they will actually put that in. You realize something? Hyujo is the only one who has the ability to speak human.
Yeah.
The rest, they only can speak when Trigger can hear.
Cute, yeah, she.
Crazy, man.
But rewatching it, it really looks like Macross. Very Macross-ish. He's smiling.
I still can't get over that, man.
Yeah. So friendly
Macross
now.
buddy.
Yeah, his eyes look fine here, right?
Yeah. Maybe from form to form it fits better lah. You know?
I just realized the name is called Nurse Callan.
Yeah, the ship is called Nas, man.
Oh yeah.
Nas Desi. Even Eudoram has a little bit of Dinah in his design.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The head crest.
Not just the head crest, even the markings around the head crest.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting that this underwater area is not just a random fighting ground for Dagon, but it could possibly be one of the places that they hide out from.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why here, right?
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I missed this out in the first one.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's
then
why he knows how to speak Japanese.
possibly, yeah, possibly.
But one must wonder, right? If he's awake for 100 years already, what has he been doing?
Yeah, where has he been?
Yeah. I figure that will play into the plot somehow.
And maybe he only chose to appear now because in the previous episode, Trigger appeared on Earth for the first time.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it for episode 3. Well, I mean we already spoke a little bit about like our thoughts on it earlier on. So do you guys have any new discoveries that you made during the second rewatch? Oh, well, during the first rewatch.
I think the biggest thing that we have discovered from this rewatch is that we've all missed the fact that Hugh Drum has been awake for a century waiting for them already.
Yeah.
So I guess my question would be, pun intended, what triggered him to be awake first?
Yeah,
You know?
was it Kamimira's reappearance, or was it the first appearance of Trigger, right?
No, but Camarera's
Oh, as in what triggered, as in
why is
how
Hugh
he
Drum
came
awake
to be awake.
first?
Right.
Because presumably, if let's say from episode 1 to episode 3 within the storyline, let's just say it happened all within a month lah.
Yeah.
Camarera, Dargon, and Trigger all awoke within the month, but according to Hugh Drum, he's been awake for at least 100 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
So what got him awake, and why only now are the rest then awake? And what has Hugh Drum been doing for the last 100 years?
I guess that also. I mean, they did brought it up like what has been doing. He has been destroying planets. That's how he get to know Ignis. What? Except he
The
forgot.
question
Yeah.
is, did he get to know Ignis within the last 100 years, or did he get to know Ignis before in the ancient civilization?
That makes sense also.
Yeah, because something that I'm kind of figuring out where to place their encounter is because I'm not sure how does Ignis know about Yuna and Yuzari.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it definitely couldn't have been in the last 100 years. Yeah, if she comes from that
That
ancient
long ago.
civilization. Yeah, correct. It's 30 million years. That's a
Yeah,
freaking long
yeah.
time. Yeah.
I do feel that based on second watch, like the way like you pointed out, like Ignis' expression, the way that he talk, all these things, he does have a it does have a feeling that he either will become Dark Trigger or he'll be probably another rival against
Yeah,
Trigger.
he's got that anti-hero vibe lah.
Yeah, he got that very
Yeah.
strong vibe.
And I think we also discussed previously that one of the things that we thought may happen is that there might not be just one Dark Trigger. So I did do a bit of reading on the internet, and some people did speculate that it might not be just one Dark Trigger, but one might be Dark Trigger and the other one might be Evil Trigger.
Oh
Interesting.
yeah. There was
That's an interesting theory. I don't know how it will play out if they ever do that. So to differentiate, let's say if both Akito and Ignis do eventually take the spark lens and try and transform, right? Maybe they might try to play it off that way. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't really see either one of them becoming evil. Yeah. But if there were to be a dark and an evil trigger, I think Ignis will likely be more evil than dark.
Ignis and more like yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Is
I
it-
would say that
I
if-
think I think separately. I think Ignis would be dark. Akito would be evil. Akito, as of now, I feel has a stronger reason to be evil, especially if he thinks that Yuna's life is in danger. And as per what I said the last time we watched, my theory to why they are not downplaying but upplaying Kengo and Akito's friendship is to get them as close as possible while still having that bit of rift between them.
Yeah.
So when Akito eventually does become an Ultraman of his own, he has a larger reason, as in there is more of an emotional impact on both Kengo and Akito if he's evil trigger.
Yeah, I think like I did mention before, I think they need to have a massive fallout. And I was thinking about it, right? I think that fallout might be the Giants of Darkness making him a deal.
Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
actually I have a more and
Because Akito seems to be the kind who he would consider the circumstances and he will act accordingly. While in reverse to that, Kengo seems like the kind who's, always on the side of light.
which
Yeah.
I think that portion is the reason why I have a different thinking actually, especially after I watched it another time prior to this
Go.
watch. What if that's my feeling. what if, right, they are going to play off the movie and continue to let Trigger and Dark Trigger being the same person? And this will,
yeah, I mean, they could always do that.
yeah, they will go there, and maybe that will also play off a major conflict because Akito will, who initially trusted Kengo this much and realized that he ended up becoming Dark Trigger, may develop either a weapon to go against and also cause a rivalry to really explode it out of control in the middle of the series. That may be a possibility, and I don't know. Then Ignis will. I have a feeling that Ignis will probably be like Juggler's character.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a sensing that Ignis is pretty much like Juggler.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring that anti-hero character into it in the same way Juggler did in Op.
Yeah. So which means to
Yeah.
say it's unlikely that Ignis will have a Ultraman role, but probably a Juggler role in this sense. That's how I feel. It made me felt that way in terms of how the story developed because
It's the 5th anniversary of Op anyway, so
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, anniversary is all about.
Trying to call back every single character that they have. But Juggler is definitely something that has been, you know, that character really went onto its own. I think only the last 5 years. No one, or I don't think so. There's any character like Juggler before that, like really had this kind of popularity.
Yeah, especially for a anti-hero, right?
Yeah. It was initially
Yeah,
a villain
and-
also. So
Yeah, wait, there was I mean non-ultra lah, because previously there was Agul. Yeah. Agul was the anti-hero back then.
but Agu is because of the design that
Although he eventually became heroic.
yeah, but because his design is so Ultraman-ish, when he showed up, it's like one look of it, they're not gonna make him look like a villain. You can compare him and Belia's character, like, you know, the way that you look at Agu is like, oh, he's gonna turn sides anytime soon.
Yeah.
Even though the story established that way, that, you know, but you can tell right at the get-go. Even when I was watching it when I was young. So
Yeah.
like you didn't like I don't think so anybody expected Juggler to become that character that he is now when we first watched
Oh
it.
yeah, that's true lah. Because all the way right up to the end, the really last episode, Juggler was still technically more to the evil side.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean enough about Op. I think let's come back to Trigger.
Yeah, correct.
I think like we all agree upon this episode actually answer a lot of the questions that we had,
Yes.
and we are pretty much aware that moving forward there's going to be some fillers before we come back to the plot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
a lot
What
more
I'm
episodes.
expecting is maybe around episode 8 or 9 there's going to be a huge plot two-parter kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, before they do the recap episode.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, really looking forward to that. And for the over the next few episodes, what are you guys looking forward to?
Okay. I do have one question for the two of you. Just again, it's a speculation question.
Yeah.
The last time we recorded, and even just now during the second reaction, we did talk about that. If what are our thoughts on whether Tiga would appear or not, and we have all agreed that likely, even if he were to appear in a substantial role, it will be in a movie version.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here's my question: do you think other Ultraman will appear?
I think there's a high chance that of course Ultraman will appear. Jack may appear because it's his 50th anniversary.
Mm.
And Dinah and Gaia may appear because they are trying to do the TDG anniversary together.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's how many Ultraman?
5,
3.
4.
Tiga, Dinah, Gaia, Trigger, Ultraman, Jack. That's 6 Ultraman.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I do think that I think minus Trigger, the other ones they may just cameo in the series and it will be fine. Yeah.
But what about the newer Ultraman like Op or Z or G?
Z already established
I
that he
think
will
Z
come.
might appear, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They always have the previous show Ultraman appear in the current the next Ultraman's movie.
No, he did. No,
And-
Z actually had. I think he had a role already because they did show some photo of him
Okay.
standing with Trigger.
Ultraman Zack is coming to the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether he'll appear in the movie or not, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the series only.
Right. Yeah, Ultraman Z is definitely coming, and I can't wait to see that
Yeah.
because it shows Haruki using the spark lens as well,
Oh, interesting.
which is it's interesting because when Riku appeared in Z, they had a storytelling reason for as to why he was using the Z Riser.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, instead of his own what I don't know what's his device called. Yeah.
You go, we go, here we go. No, you go, I
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
here
yeah.
we go.
Instead of that device, he was using the Z Riser,
Yeah.
and it gave him a new form.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm not sure whether Zack will appear in his original form or will he get a new form by using the new spark lens.
You know, now that I think about it, if you ask me what my opinion is, right, I think I would like to see for the series that they bring in other Ultraman, which is like, for example, the original Ultraman, Ultraman Jack, Z, maybe G, maybe Orb, maybe what's his name? Dinah and Gaia. But
Yeah.
if you're up to me, I would save Tiga for the movie
Of
because
course.
arguably any of the fans who are chasing the series would it's definitely super safe to say that we are all waiting to see Tiga.
Yeah,
Then
that's a given. Yeah.
but I would save, but if I was part of the production crew, I would save Tiga for the movie, and in the movie only Tiga,
Yes.
no other
Yeah.
Ultraman.
Yeah.
Then that makes the movie all that much more special.
I
Because
have,
Yeah.
guys, if I'm not wrong, movies are also canon, right?
Yes,
Yes,
it's canon,
yes,
it's canon.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So in the series, yes, you can sprinkle like maybe some flashbacks or some mentions of Tiga, and then you see the suit here and there, but you won't see Tiga appear next to Trigger to fight with him. But you only see that in the movie, and in the movie, no other Ultraman other than Tiga and Trigger together.
Yeah, I agree.
But I would say that if they do actually bring Tiga only in the movie, right, I will hope that we could at least see Daigo.
yeah,
Yeah.
I also want to. I
That's
hope to see
a
that go.
for sure lah. That's a for sure.
Yeah.
Because I can actually, if I think about it, I can also almost say with 80% confidence that if Tiga is only going to appear in the movie, I'm pretty sure Daigo will appear. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten him back to do all those ads also.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, the ads are for the Tiga toy ma. They're not for Trigger, right?
Well, I feel that it's a
So
hint.
it really
lah.
all depends on his agency because there's so much controversy about his agency and allowing him to appear here and there. The latest Ultraman Chronicle, they even had to cut out his scenes from the series because the agency wouldn't allow him to appear.
Really? Wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad lah. Like Ultraman Chronicle was like is the show that they show after Ultraman after each series, so they
Yeah.
will use the current Ultraman, which was Zack at the time, and Zack, and if I'm not wrong, it was Zero as well. Zack and Zero, they will just talk about past Ultraman, and then because it's the TDG anniversary, right?
Yeah.
So they showed episodes from Tiga, Dinah, and Gaia.
Mm.
all the Tiga episodes had Daigo cut out from it. So there's this infamous meme that's circulating around the Ultraman social media fandom that Daigo is Daigon.
I do have I mean, probably as a business standpoint, probably the agency is only out for money, if you notice that. And I don't know, but the Chronicles, the Chronicle series usually they don't have any budget to begin with. It's just only
I mean,
Yeah.
out for money is one thing, but it's kind of weird, right? I mean, you get it's a show that arguably is more successful than your boy band. Yeah, than the boy band, and internationally you get an audience that would continue to watch and support your artist. So I don't see the reason why
actually not really.
they
Actually not really.
they
Phase,
didn't want that to happen.
actually not really yet. Phase V6 is really popular. You can consider how long it lasted. If you think about that.
Oh yeah, I know V6 is popular,
Yeah.
but outside of Japan, who really knows that?
Indonesia.
Yeah. Actually,
Like, only,
actually, those people who are into J-pops, quite a lot of them still remember
Filipino.
V6. If you think about it.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
but you could use V6 is no longer around, right?
Yeah.
It's disbanded.
So
And
so
You still have your artist sign on to your agency. You need him to do something, what?
Mm.
So Ultraman Chronicle, unless there's a stigma about appearing in Ultraman that they don't want the artist to be associated with, which then I will find it funny that they allow him to appear in the ads for the SHF.
I'm more of thinking.
So yeah, the
yeah.
motivations are kind of questionable.
No, it's more of, I think my opinion is more of money issues. So probably they pay him a lot to show up in the ad, and I would definitely think that the likelihood that he will show up because the movie that will pay him well for this. So that is my feeling. Because he did show up previously in one of the Ultraman 6 brothers or something.
Eight brothers.
Eight brothers. So I feel that they are not going to afford him for any shows. He's going to show up only in movies because of that, because of budgeting issues.
Well, so I hope that they are saving this budget for the actual
probably
Trigger movie, and there's another thing I want to see for Trigger's movie, or even in the series. I would want to see the old Guts members come back, even in cameo roles. Doesn't have to be them. Doesn't have to be their actual characters, but just have them scattered all around the place, like as a news reporter lah, or whatever.
I'd like to.
That'll be really cool. Yeah.
I want them to really show up as Guts characters, their Guts counterpart. I really think that the interaction will be fun.
A bit tough because the New Frontier universe has already gone so far into the future already. Yeah.
Time travel.
If it really was a continuation of the world, by now Guts would have been disbanded.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
They would have not have funding, or even if they were still there, it might have just evolved from Guts to Guts Select, and the old members are probably just too old and they have moved on with their lives already.
Yeah.
Probably time travel or
pension package.
Yeah.
No lah, I think if you include time travel in a show like this, it's just gonna make things a bit more
No,
complicated.
it doesn't make sense because the characters are older anyway. The actors are really older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then back to the very first question that we asked is if we caught anything new. I'm actually not surprised that we didn't catch anything else that is too new or too mind-blowing, because after all, this is a tokusatsu show. It's mainly geared towards kids as well.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't make the storyline too complicated. I'm
No,
not surprised that we didn't miss anything.
But it's only episode 3.
But if you ask me that, since when I asked my question until now, I've been thinking about it. In the series at least, the Ultraman that I really want to see show up would be Orb. Because think about it, Trigger is a new generation Tiga. He has been marketed as such for the longest time. In any of the new age Ultraman, aside from Orb, do they have like any forms that include Tiga?
No, only Orb.
Z have,
No.
right?
Wait, Z?
Yes.
Oh, Z has
Z
yes.
is Future Gamma, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, future Gamma Future. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong, Jeet doesn't have, Taiga doesn't have, RB
Nope.
doesn't have. So
Nope.
in the recent years Ultramans, the only one that really included Tiga would be Orb and maybe Z.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
why I think Orb has a larger role to play is because even though Z has a Gamma Future form that includes Tiga, is one of his later forms.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
whereas
Orb is his
At the
core
very
form.
start of Orb series, Tiga has
Yeah.
always been a mainstay in his form, and
Yeah,
it's
correct.
only until the Orb movie where Orb has his own original form. Right?
Yeah.
No, not really.
He still
really.
use it. He still use it in the movie, right?
His original form, he got it halfway through the series.
Oh yeah,
remember?
he got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
as in the one
Yeah.
with the black parts.
Yeah,
ah?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched
Yeah,
until
yeah,
then.
yeah. That one is the one that he doesn't need any of the Ultraman cards to transform.
Yeah. But yeah. So
But if they're gonna include Orb in this show, right? If they're gonna bring Orb back, one thing I really want to see is Orb and Juggler meeting again, because that was something that didn't happen in Ultraman Z.
Yeah, I think they teased
Yeah,
it before,
I mean
right?
it was a super missed opportunity, but I can understand because of COVID lah.
Yeah, was it? Did
Yeah.
they tease it in the show?
I don't recall.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's super missed opportunity.
I feel that there's one person that I really hope that he can show up, and it will be a surprise for all of you, Agu.
Agu.
I really hope Agu can show up.
why? What's the
Um,
rationale behind it?
I still think that he has a lot more, like based on what I previously when I watched the last time I watched him was the Orb Origin. I feel that he
Right,
still
yeah.
have a lot more to offer.
Origin Saga.
Yeah,
right?
Origin Saga. I still feel that he has a lot more to offer as a character.
I think. I think there might be a chance that Agu shows up if
With his new form,
Gaina
right?
and Gaia show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has a new form for the live shows.
Yes, correct. So I don't know whether
Yeah,
they will
I
bring
don't-
over.
I don't know if they will just create a suit just for a live show and then be done with it lah. Yeah, and anyway, the actor seems quite active on Twitter, and he always talks fondly about his time on Ultraman.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he will appear again. Yeah,
I
if
see.
if given the opportunity to.
I
Yeah.
see. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's all. From
Actually, to be honest, Gamu and Fujimiya have the highest possibility of appearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asuka not so because he's a bit of controversy now.
Well, that was a controversy.
He's singing for
it's
Sentai.
some cult thing. No, it's some cult
Oh,
thing.
it's not
It's
because
so
of
weird.
that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah.
Oh, I always thought that it's because he was singing for Sentai, so probably they were.
He was also dropped from the Ultraman Chronicle thing because of the cult thing, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well,
So I will put him on actually the lowest possibility of appearing.
of Shin
Yeah.
Asuka, yeah lah, but the Dinah suit definitely should appear.
Yes, yes.
I don't know whether, quite honestly speaking, I don't know. Is it I feel that because he was so actively promoting, his opening songs in Senkaija, I really I thought at the moment this show started, I almost gave up hope that he will ever show up.
Oh no lah, they don't do that what.
Yeah.
I mean, actors are always free to cross over to do other work what. Him doing a song for a Sentai has no bearing on his previous and future opportunities with Ultraman mah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if he does ever show up, like if Asuka really show up, right, I genuinely hope that there's a closure to his story, which never did.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
I don't know. I mean, at least they established to us that his character didn't die in the black hole.
Yeah.
So he's just traveling, no?
Yeah, just traveling. But I do hope that there's.
just like a few other of the Ultraman, like Op, they're just wandering around. Yeah.
For the
Travelling through
series, I
universes.
don't put so much hope in the actors coming back, but I do definitely want to see the suits coming back and fight alongside Trigger. So if let's say it is going to be a 30 episode run, and there will be more than one Ultraman coming once in a while to assist Trigger, if I could rank them on who I want to see first to last, just to build excitement for the movie, I think Dinah should be last. Since Dinah is arguably the closest Ultraman to Tiger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, okay, so first maybe Jack. Like I don't mind Jack appearing first. Then maybe Z, then Op, then Ultraman, then Gaia and Dinah, and then that's where the series would more or less end already. And the movie comes, then we finally see Tiga.
Yeah.
I think
They-
that would
they
be a good way to. That would be a very good way to create hype.
Yeah, they haven't done this. They haven't done the thing where, Ultraman's powers is to like call on avatars of other Ultraman, right? I don't think they've done it before, right? The closest was the Spark Dolls.
I'm
Yeah.
not too sure about that lah.
Yeah. Oh, SK.
Yeah, not that I remember.
The closest was the Spark Dolls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I guess that could be a way to circumvent COVID restrictions, but that doesn't seem to be happening with Trigger.
But honestly speaking, if they ever do that, I think it will be a disappointment.
I'm just curious to see what the gimmick for Trigger is. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean they have the thumb drives, right? So now multi-type, power type and sky type are done already. So what's next? I'm sure Trigger will have more forms than just these few.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Cannot be. I mean, in today's landscape, cannot be they just make one thing and then they sell you just 3 USB drive. Cannot be. No such thing.
Then they have to wait until the ultimate form, like what, in the middle? Also
Yeah,
doesn't make
it's
sense.
gonna be a few items.
Yeah.
Do you think Trigger will have a movie exclusive form?
Oh, yeah,
100% yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Maybe that will be his full light form, like the one that Tiga had in Final Odyssey, where he's just a glowing light.
Yeah. No, there's speculation. The speculation going around that Trigger's ultimate form might be with the plant that he's growing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's speculation lah. I mean, I still think the plant is gonna become like a villain based on the name and based on what we know of plants from the Tiga universe.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Yeah. But I mean that's remains to be seen and I guess I'm excited to watch more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this episode really did bring up a lot of interest and excitement about the future episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 5 spark lenses, how do you rate episode 3 of Trigger?
4.
I'm still 4.5 even after rewatch.
Okay, 4 for me too.
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, and that's it for our second reaction to Ultraman Trigger episode 3. So you see how highly we rate this episode. We think this episode was great. We enjoyed it. Looking forward to what's to come next. Episode 4 will be this Saturday, and I guess we'll be recording it on Saturday itself as well. So hopefully this reaction comes out before that. Try my best.
All on you,
And,
man.
yeah. So if you like our reactions, drop us a comment, drop us a like, subscribe to our page, catch our podcast. We are doing a few podcasts on different various topics, mostly about culture. We are on Spotify, we are on Google Podcasts, and you can find some of them on YouTube as well. Let us know what you think, and hope to see you again. Bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.